Hello everyone, Defudge 3004 here. Welcome back to another Osiris New Dawn. I am in the beta. This is beta number 5. It came out July 20th, and quite a few things have changed in the game. It's not as easy as it was when we did the previous beta. The only thing you can do is still colonize. They don't have any missions or sandbox or anything else. We will not be able to do any of that. Let's go ahead and go to colonize. Now, one of the things is, for right now, this is still the same as it was, so we're just going to be UNE. Let's just choose a couple of colors here, and we're going to use this color right here for the glow. That isn't a bad glow, it's probably that one right there. That one's pretty bright. And then we are just going to name ourselves Defudge 3004. I'm not going to be keeping this character because of the updates. They will change every time, and I'm going to go back to the base game after this is done and go show you guys something else. Let's go ahead and go to create. Now remember, you guys, we could carry 6 things in here. Well, now we can only carry 3, and playing this several times I have come to the way of doing it is just carry a couple of O2 tanks and a hover fuel. We're not going to last long enough to worry about food. There are batteries that we will pick up, so I'm not going to worry about picking any of those up. Once that is done, you get your 3 things that you want. Don't worry about food, don't worry about water. You will get all of that stuff. Let's go to next. Just, you cannot select any other planet. You used to be able to in the previous betas. You cannot anymore. You can only select Gemini. If you try any of these other planets, the game will say it's loading, but it will be 0%, and you'll have to find a way to exit out of the game and restart. So only do Gemini. The site that they have is Site B. I think they had Site A before. I don't remember correctly, but I think it was Site A. It could be Site B. Any rate, let's go ahead and click on that, and we are going to launch this mission, and as soon as we get in, I will start the game. Alright, so we just crash landed on a planet, and this is all the destruction from our crash shuttle. And one of the things to know is, if you guys are interested in playing this, anytime you walk up to one of these, that happens. And it's first few times I jumped every time. I'm getting used to it as I play it, so it's not quite as scary anymore. There are things on the ground to pick up, just like there is in the base game when you are on your little thing and you crash out in the desert. So there's going to be oxygen and everything. Here's a pistol grip, and we're going to use this to take stuff apart. This is the same thing that we built our habitat and all that stuff with. There is stuff lying around. There will be a laser cutter. There will be a chisel. There will be all kinds of stuff. Hopefully we'll find the chisel. Some plays do, some plays don't. It depends on your luck and how... if you're just lucky enough to have it come out. Sometimes it just glitches for whatever reason. Here is the biodome kit. We used to start with this a long time, or the inflatable dome kit. We used to start with this a long time ago, and that was really good. And some bandages. This was like way back when, and that's one of the things you had to kind of protect yourself with was that, and it's really good. So don't get too close to the heat. The fire, because you will catch on fire. After a while these will go out, and then we'll be able to go closer to those and get material from them. One of the things that we do need to do is go around and try to pick up all the stuff that we can. The power cell. This is the laser cell, and that's going to be for the laser cutter that we'll find in a little bit, because if you come over to stuff like this, then you see it says F, use laser cutter. So there's a new thing in the game. I've been watching the news and stuff from Osiris, and they were talking about that, and it sounds really exciting. So there will be different hardnesses of ores, because you remember the hardness thing where you could only get, you know, the chisel would take a couple of whacks for the soft stuff and more whacks for the hard stuff. And that was one of the changes now, is they put in that for the hardness levels. Man, that was a big one. Holy moly. Every time it does that, it is going to like possibly, I don't know, I guess spit stuff out, I think is what it does. And then there's more stuff for you to pick up. Maybe not. Maybe it's just there to scare you and all the stuff is already out. I don't know, but it seems like there's stuff flying out when it does that. I know I saw some stuff up here. Okay, good. Here is the chisel. So we got this. On my last couple of plays, I have not been able to find it, but sometimes that does happen. Most times you will find it. And we still need our laser cutter, and we're just going to have to walk around here and find everything. Now, this landscape is not like it was when you have all the plants and everything else. It looks more like a real landscape of what you would picture on a, you know, a real planet, because there's not going to be a lot of oxygen or anything. The oxygen here will run out, and your hover fuel will run out, and we're going to find water, and we're going to stick that down there. We already have 2 more oxygen tanks. So let's go and put our dome kit down here. That sound that you heard, that wheezing sound, I believe is when you breathe, and I think it takes some of the oxygen in, but I'm not sure. It'll happen every now and then. You'll just get used to that sound. It's not a monster or anything, so don't worry about that. At least for right now, it isn't. Now, this fire's already cooled off, so you can see it says use laser cutter. And we still need to find that. There's still more stuff to find. We still have to wait for that piece to explode. So once we go over there, that piece is going to be exploding. With the hover fuel now, when you use your jetpack, your hover fuel is going to be depleted, which is this here, and the 100 is how full the charge is. You can see this is down to 87, and everything will have a charge. So if I use that, you can see the fuel on the lower left is going down, and it goes down pretty quick. And that's this right here. We will find another bottle or 2 more, hopefully, and then we'll be able to have more of that. We're not going to last long out here. Try not to run. You will run out of oxygen a lot faster, so just try to walk everywhere. This one's going to go pop. There we go. That one popped, and there will be more stuff out here. I say don't run, and here I am running, you know. We cannot break this stuff until we have the laser cutter, but we will be able to get parts from here in just a little bit. Let's find, this is another hover fuel. There will be water somewhere out here, a water canister, and we will get that. Hopefully find our laser cutter here, I hope, here shortly. Here is another battery. So you see, we do have batteries. We already have 2 batteries. Let's go and put that on our slot. And these are the suit utilities that we use: the O2 battery, hover, and H2O, and then of course our slots for our tools. Now let's go and get the chisel out. Let's go and put that on number 3. Okay, let's move you up then. Let's move you up, back up here. Let's put that on number 3, and then let's go and put our inflatable dome kit in number 4. I am going to build right up around this area. We're not going to last too terribly long, so I'm not going to have this as a save that we're going to use a lot until this gets more finished. And something to know is if you want to drop something, click on it, and there are numbers down here, F, G, and left mouse button, and that will, you can either store it with F, drop it with G, or left mouse button will rotate it. And I am going to actually put it up. If you hit tab, that goes to your inventory. And to put that up, you go to F2. And that is a new thing here that they have is power systems are here. Utilities, like the ones that we are used to, are here. But there's new things in here too. Primary structures. And there's the biodome and habitat. And we'll have to get this stuff open later on as we get more of what you can see, like the levels of all these things. Let's take the biodome and use our mouse buttons just like we always do. And I want to make sure there's nothing here on the ground. It doesn't look like there is. Okay, let's go and put that down. F, and the building is the same way. And voila. Okay, now we have that. That's out of our inventory. This will not produce any oxygen at all. It only is a save point. Let's do that, and let's go to here. Come on, get out of the thing. There you go. Now out here somewhere is going to be our laser cutter. I am going to look around for it, and when I find it, I will come back and show you guys what that looks like. Alright, I just found a water tank right here. Let's go and pick this up, and that's going to go right here in this slot. And you can see it's already down to 95%, so that means we already drank 5% of that full bottle of water, which will keep us hydrated. And the stats are all right down here: nutrition, hydration, health suit, your PSI, your pressure, and then the temperature. I haven't found the laser cutter yet, but it should be out here. On one of my previous ones, I could find. There it is, right here. Laser cutter. Yay, I could find the laser cutter, but not the chisel. This is what we were looking for. And this laser cell right here, I believe, will fill this up and get this full again. You can see these green lines. That's how much charge or whatever it has. Alright, so we found a lot of the basic stuff. Let's use the laser cutter and get some parts from these. Now it says F, but just left mouse button and it will do that. And you see that green line? That means that it is collecting the resources. For all of the scrap that is lying around, like a lot of these pieces like out there and that stuff, you want to use a laser cutter. For the ship pieces itself, you want to use the pistol grip, and it tells you to use pistol grip. And again, left click, and then just hold it down until you get a piece, and that green line will fill up, and that means you are pulling those pieces off. You will get different pieces. It's not the same thing as we used to get, so this game is definitely changing. It's changing in ways that, you know, is better, and that's good, and it's going to be very, very challenging. Ore is out here, but it's not as readily available as it is in the base game. Now, even though I didn't have a green line around it like it did there, I could still take that off. So, you know, as long as you have that that little outline, then you know you're going to get stuff off. Right up here, I have an outline so I can get that stuff off. And you can just walk around too and, you know, click your button to get stuff off, and you'll get a lot of parts. Remember to watch your inventory. That's all that we have for inventory space for right now. I'm sure once we get to the leveling system, we'll do a lot better. But that is not yet in, because we're just barely testing the game out to see, you know, what all we can do. They want people to try to get to be able to make the furnace, which is kind of like the scrap metal that we were picking up, you know, the scrap debris from the ship that we crashed on in the original game, in the base game. They want us to try to get to that, and what were the hurdles that it took to get there. So that's one of the things to look for. I'm going to continue gathering these pieces. There are 3 pieces on these, and they will be these. Nope, come on, you can do it. There you go. 3 like these on this middle piece. And every time you do start the game, things will be in different locations. So also keep that in mind. Not everything is going to be in the same place that they were for me. For you or me, the next time I play this, they will be in completely different places, possibly. We only have 4 slots left. We're going to get some glass from this. And then we're going to get another piece from here. So you can see we're already getting quite a bit, and things stack to only a little bit of an amount. 8, 5, this is 1 to 1, 1 to 1. Some of these things are only going to stack 1 to 1. So make sure you do watch your inventory. I'm going to get all this stuff gathered, and 2 more slots left, and we will see about possibly trying to build something. That's broken plastic, which if we get some other broken plastic, then we can make a plastic piece. That is more glass, and then we have this piece here. Now we are definitely getting full of stuff, but we're not quite there yet. So there we go. That's the last slot. They can carry 3 of those circuit boards. And I believe this is going to be the last one. Alright, so we got that. Now let's come all the way up over to our biodome or our dome kit here. And let's go to F2, build, and let's go to utilities. And let's see if we can make a makeshift workbench. We need 4 scrap metal. We already have 1, so we need 3 more. Let's get out our laser. Press L for our light. The battery will wear down, so be aware of that. And let's go ahead and get some of this scrap metal. We're going to get 3 pieces of scrap metal. We're only going to get 1 piece per. So, like I said, you're not getting as many resources as you used to. Alrighty, we got those other 3 pieces. Let's go. And to put your weapon down, just press E. Let's go back to number 2, F2. And let's do utilities. Makeshift workbench. I am actually going to turn my light off to conserve energy. And let's have the workbench facing out towards us like that. And then back that way a little bit. And let's put this guy right there. F and build. Alright. So we have this, and if you click on this screen here, it'll wait for a second, then it will tell you what you need if you click on these individual things. So for patch tape, you need plastic, rubber, and cloth. And I don't even know where to find any of that. So we're just going to kind of have to not worry about that for right now. Cloth is cloth cushion. Again, I don't know where to find that. So computer screen, once we actually get a broken computer, because we're going to need a broken computer screen and 1 glass, which is from broken glass. And then we will be able to make that. Let's go ahead and see about that. What we have to do is take our glass and put 1 in there. And 1 in there. When these slots light up, that means that you have put stuff in. And then, I don't know where to pick it up at, so I'm going to have to try this and just see. That turned green, so now we can build that. Okay. There's the glass right there. Okay, now this time I actually grabbed on the previous play I was trying, and I just couldn't find it, but it apparently was there, and I just didn't see it. Alright, we got that. Let's look at making something else. And let's see, we need 2 more scrap metal, and then we can make it a crate. And I want to go and show you guys that real quick. And then we might go and look for a mission or something, because there will be missions. Let me go to F3 and see if there are any missions. There are not yet. There will be soon. So just hang in there for just a little bit. And for the crate, we need 2 scrap metal. Let's get out our laser, and let's gather 2 pieces of scrap metal. And there may be more stuff out here that we just haven't seen yet, and that's okay, because there will be stuff around. There will be satellites. Oh, that was a hinge, right? Okay, so I only have 1 piece of scrap metal and another hinge. Yay! Oh, come on, you can do it. You have to kind of get closer to it for that green line to show up at times. Alright. Sometimes the wind will blow really bad, and it will actually block out your vision pretty good, and then you're going to kind of get a little bit lost. The nights are kind of long, they're really dark, and it's kind of almost scary out here. There are still monsters out here, so don't fret, they are still here. F2, utilities, makeshift crate. And with that red piece that's right there on the front, you want that facing toward you or whichever direction you want it to open at. Let's go and press F, and let's make this. Once you have the crate built, then you can come up to it, press F, open it up, and these are all empty slots. Go and press tab, and let's go ahead and put some things in there. So we have the battery, we have that. I'm actually not going to put that in there. We'll put the power cell, and the plastic, and you just put them in these red slots once they turn green, and then we can take this stuff out and actually build a few more chests if we should want to. There's a bunch of stuff to be made in here. We're not going to make it too far because, for one thing, we're just going to run out of energy and oxygen. You can see it's already down to 34. I will do what I can, but I'm not going to guarantee we're going to get very far. Let's take a... Let's go and stack that, so that's full. Okay, now we have 2 patch tape. Let's go and put that in there. So we have a full roll, full stack of patch tape now. Let's see about putting... We really have a lot of slots now, so that's good. And I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now, for the missions, sometimes you just do have to walk around a little bit, and then a mission will show up. So I'm going to go see if I can find a mission, and as soon as I get to that far, I will catch up to you guys, and we will go and find something. Alright, missions just started showing up. Let's go to F3. Here's the mission log, and it's kind of the same way that it was. You can see that we have mechatronics here because we built stuff. We're at level 2. We're still only level 1, but we're level 2 in mechatronics. Unidentified object, minus 015 latitude by 053 longitude. Activate mission, and we're going to get 40 geography points and 100 health XP. Let's go to 015 and let's go see if we can find what we are looking for. I'm going to go find whatever it is that I am looking for, and when I find it, I will come back to you guys and we'll see about possibly doing another mission. We will talk to you guys then. I do believe that I'm coming upon the thing that we were looking for. And this should show up here in just a quick second. Yep, that is what we're looking for right here. I guess I could turn on the light. So, this kind of looks like it's a robot of some sort. Let's go ahead and use our pistol grip, and let's go and check this guy out. I believe we're going to get all kinds of stuff from this. I do have enough room, so let's do this. Okay, I got glass, faceplate. There are droids on here, and you will get like some rare... Ooh, what was that? Never seen that before. Sound sensor. Each time you do this, there will be different things on here, and I think that's droid arm. Okay, this is a droid, and you will get all kinds of stuff. You're going to get stuff you've never seen before. And that's actually really cool. That's the part that I like the most. Okay, our steel is already 4 of 4. Let's see if we can find some other pieces. Okay, there's some more steel. There's a power source. Okay, we got a power cell. So that means we have 2 power cells, and they only stack 1 to 1. Another power cell. One of the things that you may end up finding on circuit board, nice, on stuff like this is there is going to be, like, under the building for like the utilities, to make the furnace, you're going to find this duralium, which is in the middle next above the wire, and ferrochrome. I don't know what that is, and there's all kinds of things on here we can find. Maybe we can build this propellant regulator, and this makes stuff too, so I'm going to end up looking at that here in a little bit and see if we can do that. Once your oxygen runs out here, it'll start showing like 90% or whatever down here. Just drop it in another oxygen tank, and I believe drop that one because we're not going to be able to fill up. Let's do another mission real quick, and let's see if we can find something else. Here's another mission. Let's go and activate this one, and this one is 4.45 lat by 3.11 long. I am going to head that way, find what it is I am looking for, and when I do, I'll come back to you guys and we will see what it is. Alright, I do believe that I have found our second one, and there's a enemy right over there. I believe that's a gnat. And I don't know if our chisel is going to be able to handle this guy or not, but really don't have much option in the matter. We're going to have to check out something, but you can see there are still enemies in the game. So yes, this is our thing we're trying to find. Now for the solar panels, you want to use your laser cutter on these solar panels, and then for the rest of it, use your pistol grip. Let's go ahead and see what this has. Okay, we got some more scrap metal, I believe. Geostationary receiver, and again, everything is different, and I think that's actually really cool. Another circuit board. Circuit boards do not stack. And we have one slot left. And I am thinking that let's use our laser cutter and get some of this. Okay, and those will stack up to 4. So we can actually get 4 of these. And then we will head back and see about building that other part. Okay, we only have a couple more pieces that we can get, but we are out of room, so I'm going to be out of oxygen here in just a minute, so if you guys want to drop something, excuse me, press G and then drop that into your slot. So now we have 1. And let's do this. Got some more steel, so I guess maybe we can clean this guy up a little bit. There's a thruster, I saw that. Nice. Okay, rubber. So we have 1 rubber, and I don't know what else we're going to be able to get from here, so we will come back to this. I know about where this is. It is just left of the E. These things will be in the same place every time you do these missions, so you don't need to worry about that. I'm going to head back and drop some stuff. We're going to make the other part that I was showing you, and then we'll come back and tear this apart, and that'll probably be the end of this episode. We have 1 bottle of oxygen, and the other one is down to 97%. I don't know how much farther we're going to get, but we will see what happens. One nice thing with putting down the biodome as I'm headed back with the dome kit as I'm headed back is you can see next to that W where we're headed west, there's that little line, and then it came up with dome. That is where our place is. So if we are headed this way, we want to know how to get back. Look for that arrow up there. That is telling us which way we need to go to get back home. And if you have that little T marker that looks like a golf tee, then you know you're headed in the right direction. I just wanted to point that out to you guys so that you guys knew what was going on. The structures and everything don't really show up on the map. We are as zoomed out as we're going to get. We can press M to do that, but we can also go to our inventory and press this, and you can see all this stuff here. But our structure is still not showing up on the map. We can, of course, still walk with that open. We just can't really turn left and right using our mouse. I just wanted to point that out to you guys so that you saw what was going on there. I just got done dropping some stuff, and the nice thing is with this new beta is this stuff will stick around. It doesn't seem to disappear like it did on the base game. I would like to see about, let's go to F2, utilities, and let's see about making this propellant regulator. We need 3 scrap metal, 4 scrap metal, and 2 scrap hose. I don't know if we have the scrap hose in here, but I guess we will be finding out. Okay, scrap hose, good. We do have 2 scrap hose, exactly, and I do know where we can find some scrap metal, so let's get out our laser. Let's go back over here, and there's going to be a piece right here. Because this stuff is harder than the chisel, it will break the chisel if we try to use a chisel on it. That was their thinking with making this, because of the hardness thing that they have in now. Let's go to F2, utilities, propellant regulator, and the red part, we'll have that guy facing like that, and let's put that guy down right there. Hold down the left mouse button, and ta-da! Now, I've never used this. I don't really know much about it. I did see a little short video on it, and oh, okay, byproduct oxygen. So we'll need an O2 tank. Suit oxygen tank, a tank filled with oxygen to be consumed for survival. A water, so we can get 50 of that. So here's beryllium, and we need aluminum and copper to make that. Whatever this is, I have no idea what that is, but we need those items. And ferrochrome, 3 chromium, NiCad or nickel, and carbon. Okay, now I see how to make this. I've never actually made this thing before, so this is where we're going to make a lot of the things to be able to make like a lot of this stuff, because you can see like electrum and magalum and whatever, 6Al4V or a lot of this other stuff. This is how we're going to make that stuff, is by putting in the propellant regulator. There is ore around, and I'm going to go see about maybe picking up a little bit of that ore and see what we can find, and then we will end this episode. And as soon as I find some of that, I'll come back to you guys. I'm also going to drop the rest of this stuff that I don't need and get the rest of that satellite, and then we will try to make a little bit more stuff. This is one of the things that they meant by the laser cutter being useful, is normally you use a chisel on this, but this is titanium. It's harder than the chisel. So we need to use our laser cutter on it to get stuff. And we're going to get a few pieces here. Just go and take this stuff down. And we have 5 of 10 pieces. That's cool. And then this is titanium, but I think we have enough pieces for right now. I'm going to look around for some other stuff, see what I can find. And I was going to take that satellite apart, but I'm not able to locate it at this present moment. But I do want to see if I can make some of those metals, so I'm going to try to work on that. Here is some chromium. Let's go and get this. So you can see stuff is actually gathered a lot faster. That's lithium. And for the gases, so you know that gas rising up out of the ground, to gather up any of those gases we have to build a piece on it, and we have to put a extractor on there to actually get any of the gas. Now this is going to be the chisel because it's lithium and it's quite soft, and that's one of the things that they did change, and I think that's actually pretty cool. Here is some carbon. Let's go ahead and get some of this. Again, this is pretty soft stuff, and so let's go and get this little bit. These pieces right here. And then we'll have a fair amount of carbon, and then we can see what all we can build once I make it back to the base. And of course this is iron, we already know this. Let me see, that's 3.5, so anything that's probably above 6 we're gonna have to use the laser cutter on. Alright, I'm going to head back. I'm going to see if I can make any of those ores in there, those alloys, and as soon as I get back to do that, I will catch up to you guys then. I've seen diamond out here. It's a glass. Ooh, obsidian. Wow. Never seen that before. The diamond looks like glass now again. It used to look like that to begin with, and they kind of reverted it back to that instead of sticking out of the rocks. Ooh, we found quite a bit of stuff out here, actually more than I've ever found in previous tries of this. So I'm going to gather a little bit, head back, and we'll make just a little more stuff and show you guys how this new version of the game is going to work. Let's look at making a few things in here, at least a couple. So once that loads up. Let's see about making some ferrochrome. So ferrochrome is 3 chromium. Take a chromium there, a chromium there, and a chromium there. And when you press build, it's going to put it right here on this little slot. Let's press that. And after a few minutes or a few seconds, it will disappear. So make sure that you grab it pretty quickly. Alright, we got that. Let's look at making NICs. That is 1 nickel and 1 carbon. Let's put in a nickel and let's put in a carbon. And then we build this.
Starvation warning.
Alright, well, apparently I'm going to be getting pretty hungry, so yeah. I did not expect that coming. GF. Alright, yeah. So apparently I did need a little bit of food, but I didn't realize I was actually going to get that hungry, but that's okay. I can always, you know, start over with another character and come back in and do more things. If you stick around too long, then of course you are going to, because I didn't bring any food and I don't have any way to cook any. So I will be starting over with another character. I just want to show you guys how to make a few things, and once you get that far, you can go to F2 and begin making some of these other things in the utility, like the furnace. So we can maybe make some duralium if we find some aluminum, and this 6-4 whatever that is. Let's look in here and see about that 6-4 stuff. The 6Al4V, that is titanium, 2 titanium and 1 aluminum, and duralium is 2 copper and 1 aluminum. And we can make that to build the forge, and then we'll actually be able to do more stuff, maybe even cook up some food. So I'm gonna have to definitely start up a new character, but that's okay, because we learned quite a bit in here, and now we know how to do quite a few more things, and hopefully we can do better with a lot of this other stuff. Alright everybody, I am Fudge 3004. This is Osiris New Dawn. This is the beta. This is beta number 5, and I will be back to check this out some more. I'll probably start up a new character, rebuild all of this stuff, and we will do some more in here, because I'm thinking about trying to stick on here for a little bit and figure some things out, because it seems like it's actually going to be a lot of fun. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.